we're finishing this black Dodge truck up and ran into a little issue, which is real common. If you see here on the caliper slide bracket, all this rust that builds up on here, when you put your metal retainer on there and you get your brake shoe on there, it won't slide. So what we need to do is clean all this off on both sides, so when we get the metal clip deal that goes on here, the brake shoes will slide like they're, or brake pads will slide like they're supposed to, which I'll clean it up and get some more clips for this. Just some little helpful stuff doing your own brakes. That's any kind of brakes like this. You want to make sure that these are all clean really good. And a lot of pads, AutoZone is the worst when they make new pads. They the little coating right here is too thick and it ends up being a problem. Well, in order to fix it so it slides right, you gotta get that coating off of it, which these aren't AutoZone brakes. I don't like AutoZone parts at all. I won't even buy an air freshener from AutoZone. But anywho, so as you can see here, we got it all cleaned up, and this is how I always find which side to put these retainers on, because if you look at them, they're different. Well, one telltale sign on this one is longer than the other. See how that one sticks over versus this one won't even go on here. Somehow people always get them messed up. I'll do a brake job on something where somebody else has done it before and the clips are always in the wrong spots. So just pay very close attention to how the clips are supposed to be. Don't even pay attention to how it was before, because 9 times out of 10 somebody else has messed with it and it's wrong. But another thing to look for is the way these open and close. This caliper is designed to slide in one way and then pop in, but this one goes right here, this one goes right here, and then our brake pads, and we'll make sure it all slides like it's supposed to before I get it all together. That way I can custom trim it a little more, or not trim it, but clean it up, get some more rust off of it if need be. Which it looks like I might slide this one on from the other side. It's not quite sliding how I'd like it to. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna clean the paint off of these, and I'll show you the difference after I get the paint cleaned off. It don't take a whole lot, just enough to get the paint off. And a little high spot if you see it. And they have what they call slide lube that we put on it too. It keeps it from rusting up where we've taken the paint off, and it makes sure that everything slides like it's supposed to. But I want to make sure it slides really good. If you look, get real in here, if you see how the paint's kind of like balled up, and if you look, it's kind of built up a little bit right in here. We'll get all that cleaned off so it'll slide really good. That's the biggest thing on keeping your brakes the life of them, because if they stick, they don't slide right, it'll cause extra wear on them, make your rotors warp, all kinds of problems. Just little things like this will prolong the life of your brakes tremendously. Alright, that should be enough. Let's go see how well these slide now. Oh yeah, that slides like $1,000,000 right there. That's what we want. We want this thing sliding real good. Let's try this one. It's still a little stiff on this side. Okay. And I see why. Because the brake shoe is cut crooked. How convenient. If you look at that, when they machined this one, they made it crooked. So because it's crooked, it's catching on the high side. So we'll just shave it off just a little bit, just enough so it'll slide like it should. that side there just is not to slide right. Well, I'm gonna take this all back apart and check, make sure there isn't a high spot that I missed on the rust here. Yep, there is. Okay, that explains some of that too. That's not a big deal. We'll get that cleaned up, cut down. If you look right here, there's a high spot versus this side. That's much better. I'm gonna go ahead and hit this right here. Oh yeah. There we go. I got confidence in it now. It's good to go. Alright, give me my brake pad back. See? It slides like it's supposed to. That's loose enough that the caliper will let it push in and out like it's supposed to, and it won't catch on the rotor and cause hot spots.